Hi, it's Jon Tripp with the Domus Group. Today is May 28th, and I'm looking back at the last 7 days of the housing market. Let me flip over my screen here a moment. It's interesting because I'm looking at the past 7 days, and if I pull up the last report that I did, the numbers, everything is just very similar to what I reported on the last time. So you've got very similar coming soons versus properties that are under contract, pending closed, small numbers on temp off market, withdrawn. So the trends seem to be carrying for a couple of weeks in a row. So this is interesting. There's a good number coming on the market, but there's still a small supply on properties that are going under that are actually available versus those that are going off the market. So inventory remains. This is not a new story. This is repeat. There's low inventory. Buyer demand is still very strong. Let me take a look at Burke. I wanted to pull some numbers up and demonstrate here. What I'm looking at here is specifically, I looked at the actives, and I'll tell you that in Burke, there are 24 properties available in all of Burke, 22015. So small inventory. There's another 10 properties that are coming soon. So again, not a lot of properties on the market on the forecast. If you look at this screen here, I'm going to show you there's a total of 112 properties that closed during coronavirus the past 60 days. Now, what I wanted to show you this is when I've been talking to my clients, I'm telling them if you find a nice property, it's going to go off the market in 1 to 5 days. And you can see there was not a problem with a 1.1 million going off the market in less than a day. Take a look at these first number of properties. Under 5 days. And then of course you're still in the single digits. So of the 112, the majority of them were done in single digit days, meaning they went on the market during coronavirus, the height of coronavirus, and were off the market within 0 to 10 days. You've got a couple outliers here, the 137 and 171. I don't think I am familiar with those two properties, but maybe they were rough inside, needed some TLC, a lot of upkeep, whatever. Whatever the story is on those two, those are outliers. So this is still a compelling story that in Burke, this is exactly echoes what I was telling my clients. So validation there. So what I'm going to do on these reports is, again, to continue to report on Northern Virginia numbers, but I want to pull out a city and highlight a city or a particular neighborhood or area in each of these reports so that you can see some real numbers, some specific numbers. If there's an area you'd like me to hit up on my report, I'm happy to. Hopefully this information is helpful to you. As I say, if you can make decisions based on data and not a hunch or your gut, then you stand to make better, wiser decisions. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you'll share this, tell somebody about my market report, specifically for Northern Virginia. We'll start to dig deeper in some of these cities and get you some data, but I'd like to hear what you'd like to get data on. All right, Jon Tripp, the Domus Group, thank you for tuning in.